I hope this iteration of Overwatch proves more durable than the last.
If I were you, I'd be more worried about what's going to happen to Talon.
Alright. Hey guys, this is Shroomeme, Mushroom, Shroomster. I have a lot of different names and I just really like lore. So, crazy day, huh? This is gonna be a little bit more off the script and I'm just gonna kind of be rambling about the news that came out today. If you're not aware, two big things on the lore front. We got the first official, like, in-game look at Hero 45, which is the She-Wolf of Retribution. As well, we also got a lore codex in-game. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to kind of be breaking both of these things down, and I'm going to kind of be explaining my thoughts on both in, like, basically two little sections here. First, I think we're going to start with the lore codex because, oh my gosh, there's a lore codex in-game. What? Wow. So we only have one picture of it, and I'll put it on screen, but yeah, this lore codex, OMG. So this was the thing I've been asking for like forever. If you follow me on Twitter, I even made a thing about it last season when the Ramatra comic came out, and I was like, oh man, I really wish I could view this in game somewhere because this must be so confusing if you're a fan and you have no idea that this even exists. So I'm really glad that they put this in game. So it looks like some things I've noticed with this is it looks like that the codex itself is in it's not really a codex, it's more of just a timeline of events, which we're actually getting a timeline for how things are in order. I'm really curious how much is going to be on this. Heyo, editor Mushroom here. This video has very light editing. Just wanted to add that they actually said it's going to be based on seasons, not really chronological timeline. So I'm not really sure if comics and stuff are going to be in this, but we will definitely find out when it comes out mid-season. Yeah. Listen to me ramble about it for a bit, I guess. Is it only the animated stuff? They said it's the comics, but are we going to get comics like London Calling in this? Which don't really add a lot to the plot, but they still happened. Are we going to be getting those? Are we going to be getting him in-game? Besides that, yeah, I'm really curious to see where this timeline begins and ends, basically. As well, they said we're going to be actually getting to see the upcoming stuff, at least the next couple things on the roadmap. So we're going to be getting a rough estimation of when we're getting lore stuff finally, which we've never ever had that, really. So that's insane to hear in a really good way. I think making this stuff more digestible and easier to read, as well as easier to find and easier to know when it's happening, is a really good sign of the things going with the lore. One other thing a friend of mine noticed is on this image, this is called the prologue. Yeah, the timeline so far is the prologue. So we're entering a new arc, basically, not confirmed, but it seems really likely. This has a lot of ramifications in and of itself. Probably the She-Wolf of Retribution is going to be a major factor in this upcoming story, if I had to guess. Either that, mainly because of their connection to Talon, I'm saying that, because I don't really know why else they would tie them to Talon. But also, because Ramatra's door is closing, and in his comic he even says, like, the world's Talon's problem become the world's problem. It looks like she's going to be the factor or the catalyst to start the next arc, which is really cool, and I'm excited to see where it goes. But my biggest question right now is how much of this content are we going to be getting? How much of it is going to be like, are we going to be getting like 2 things a season and then that's it? Are we going to be getting a lot more? Are we going to be getting less? I'm really interested to see where all this goes. Obviously there's some little things that I think that can be improved with this codex. Like, obviously this timeline is very good. It's amazing. I think the next step for this kind of system would be branching it out to become a full codex, giving us like side characters and locations and little bios and descriptions in game of who they are. Winston's Desk did this really well from PvE. I would love to see that expanded or maybe moved from the PvE section to its own area, just like the lore area, and then you open with Winston's Desk and you can kind of see everything from there. So I'm really excited to see the codex in game. I really hope it's in depth, but we'll see I believe they said mid-season, so it won't be there at launch. But yeah, we'll be getting to hear more about it more at mid-season. So as for the other major thing, which is the She-Wolf of Retribution, I thought I would go ahead and just play the little clip we got here. If you want to look for yourself, obviously it's from the Season 19 trailer. So yeah, let me make sure it's not this too high. But yeah, so I'm just gonna play it real quick. Okay, yeah, so there's a lot to break down with this, even though it doesn't really look like there is. Let me try to get the lighting in a better spot. Yeah, okay. So, obviously, this looks like Colosseum, but it looks like the internal stadium version of the map. From here alone, there is a lot of stuff. Obviously, we're aware that she's a gladiator. Oh, by the way, a thing is somebody pointed out on Twitter, she has like paws on her shoes down here, so that's pretty cool. Also, she's confirmed a human. I know a lot of people thought she'd be an Omnic. I didn't really think so. She has the long flowing hair and everything, so I always kind of assumed she'd be human. But yeah, hopefully there is some Omnic stuff in here, and if we can actually slow this down. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if we can see it. This kind of looks like an Omnic in a way. Like, I kind of see a head here, but that's obviously me just speculating. I'm not really sure what that is back there. But everything here, yeah, so there's like shields and axes, and she says, ready for war. Yeah, it's... I tried to let her play a little bit, but yeah, you can see like an indent in the wall here, so obviously she's been fighting tons of people, and she seems to have won. And a big thing here is this. It looks like an Omnic leg or a robot leg. Well, I'm pretty sure it is. The biggest thing here is, and I don't think this is a leg we've seen before as well. I think this is a new thing entirely. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like an Omnic leg. I think this could go in two directions. Maybe she was fighting someone in the Colosseum who was an Omnic. I don't think this is Titus, who is like the other Omnic gladiator. Don't think this is him. His leg doesn't really match with this. It could be this is a mech leg, because we know there's mechs in the Colosseum. So there's a lot of different avenues for what this is in particular. But as you can see over here too, there's like a little bit of this over here, some damage. There's an arrow. It looks like a piece of armor fell off, or like a crack. The big thing here is this punch in the wall. But yeah, it's kind of like a cool little indent here. And are these like roses falling? Like, are these are flowers? Yeah, there's flowers of some type falling. I'm not really sure what those are about either. It could really be anything. Yeah, if we move back a little bit, you can kind of see it is looks like a helmet. Yeah, it's definitely a helmet and a sword back there. So it's somebody's helmet, and then a person's shield, which also I think is new. But yeah, and obviously this is her, of course. Yeah. So this is Hero 45, and we're going to be getting a trailer for her, I mean not a trailer, a play trial for her at the end of the season probably. They put up her symbol. I'll go ahead and put it on screen now, like her symbol for, I'm assuming what her like just symbol is in general. And a good friend of mine, Abby, on Twitter pointed out that this symbol looks a lot like the Talon logo, so it just kind of drives home that there's definitely a Talon connection deep in here somewhere that we're going to have to dissect and figure out when this hero fully gets revealed. But I think that's basically it. I made a rundown on this character, a different video going through them before. You can find that on my channel. It was like my first video, and I've also talked about her on Twitter. But yeah, so these were just my early thoughts. I just want to get a video out now letting people know, hey, these things are happening, and giving my thoughts on what's going on. So yeah, how do you guys feel about this? Are you excited about Hero 45? Are you excited about the Lore Codex? I want to hear everyone's thoughts below. I'll try to respond to as many as I can, and thank you for the love on the channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and sub and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be coming very, very soon. Bye!